What if Palpatine abandoned Anakin on Mustafar? In Revenge of the Sith, we witnessed the epic duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and how by the end, Obi-Wan sliced Anakin's limbs off and left him to burn. As time passed, Palpatine eventually found Anakin lying along the lava bank and as a result, decided to save his life. From there, he was then placed into his new black suit and became the Emperor's right-hand man. But what if things were different? What if Palpatine never saved Anakin back on Mustafar and instead just left him there as a punishment? How different would the events have played out if this happened? Well, in this alternate timeline, that's exactly what we'll be diving into, so let's get right into it. Our story begins just moments after the climatic duel between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan had just defeated Anakin, and after exchanging some words, he then picked up his old friend's lightsaber and walked away. Now, Anakin lied on the lava bank all by himself, filled with nothing but hate and anger. Every part of his body was in agony, but he refused to give up. He refused to allow this to be the end of his story. He had hatred and he had anger, and he was going to use that to keep himself alive no matter what. However, this is now where our story is different from the original. As Anakin laid on the bank, he saw a silver flash of metal in the sky. It was Palpatine's shuttle. In a way, Anakin was relieved to see Palpatine's shuttle, since that meant he'd finally get some medical attention right away. Or at least, that's what he thought. As Palpatine arrived along with his two clone troopers, he saw Anakin lying there all by himself. Palpatine then looked at his troopers.
Troopers, report back to the ship immediately.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Palpatine then walked over to Anakin's body.
Lord Vader, I am most disappointed by your failure.
Anakin went silent. He was too weak to even speak.
For years you were destined to be my apprentice, my second in command to this empire. However, you couldn't even defeat the pathetic Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi. How unfortunate for you.
Anakin stayed quiet.
As a punishment for your failure, I will leave you here to rot. Such weakness will not be tolerated in my galactic empire. Die well, Lord Vader.
From there, Anakin was left all alone, all by himself on the lonely lava bank on Mustafar. As he laid there, rage swelled up within him. Every inch of his body was filled with hate and anger, but not just towards Obi-Wan Kenobi, also Darth Sidious. However, he refused to give up. He had to make sure that Padme was alive. He had to make sure that she was okay. Anakin wasn't going to let these injuries stand in his way of that. So, using all his hatred in the dark side to keep him alive, Anakin started crawling up along the bank. Although he didn't know the planet Mustafar that well, he told himself that if he could crawl his way to the Separatist war room that he was in earlier, perhaps he could find enough